Hey, my nice people, how are you doing today? It's been a minute since I was last on. Come with me to work and setting up and everything. So usually I try to have breakfast before I head off to work, but time kind of caught up to me this morning, so we're just gonna have something to eat at work for breakfast instead. So I did recently switch positions. So I am still a captain, but I was given an opportunity to work at the halfway house, working on my own in my own little area, my own little kitchen, doing my own little thing. I am definitely down for, being a team player, but I also love working by myself. There's a certain freedom that you get when you get to work by yourself. So I am now the face of the halfway house, and I'm happy and very excited about it because my schedule is a lot more flexible. I don't have to work 12 plus hours anymore. I can work 8 hours, and from the moment I start work to when I get out of work, the sun is still out. There's still a life to live, and it feels pleasant. It feels free. I feel free again. Because I've been working 12-hour shifts, 7-hour shifts, 8-hour shifts for about 7 years now, and honestly, it does get overwhelming. It makes you want to be like, okay, I'm done here, because, especially Thursdays, I would go into work, let's say, in the morning, and I wouldn't leave till about 11 p.m., and that's a lot. That's a lot. A body can handle too much. Sometimes it's too much for the body to handle. Mind you, I work at a country club, and that is the culture. Those are the hours. I didn't take my allergy pills. That's why I'm scratching my nose. But yeah, I'm very happy. I'm very excited. I've been doing this new position, this new role for about a week or two, and it is a little harder waking up earlier, but I do get out early in the day. So, like I said, you have to look at the positive with the negative. My wage is still the same, so I'm not missing out on anything. I'm getting 40 hours. Even if it's just only 40 hours, at least I'm getting 40 hours, and bi-weekly, which is when I get paid, it's a stable check versus where I was working before. They decided to go ahead and do some renovations, so they did have to cut back employee budgets, which I don't agree with, but every company will do what they think is best for the health of the company, even if that means sacrificing the employees a little bit. So all the employees actually at my job have taken getting their hours cut because of this budget cut on hours. And that stinks, I've tried talking and vouching for my staff countless times and saying, hey, we really need a raise, we don't feel appreciated, we don't feel valued. And, they don't say, oh, well, you're replaceable, but that's kind of the idea. We're all aware that we're all replaceable, and just like we can choose to keep settling, we can go elsewhere, but, jobs in the positions that each person at work has, I don't think they pay them what they pay them where I work. So they're kind of stuck working where they work, or getting a second job as a part-time job. But I am almost there. The good thing is my job is, decently close to my home. It's a quick drive up the street pretty much. And everything where I live is pretty close. Like the bank that I'm affiliated with is literally, down the block from me. My nail salon is right below my apartment. Not right below, but on the street. That same block that I live on. So you gotta look at the good with the not so good, and live with what you want for the time being. And you always have to figure out an escape plan, because when hours are being cut or you're not feeling valued or appreciated, you gotta be like, okay, what's my plan B? And be okay with having to take that plan B at a moment's notice. With obviously you want to do it time in advance, but you know, you have to look out for yourself. At the end of the day, people look out for themselves. You have to look out for yourself just as equally. But we will be at work shortly, so we're gonna go ahead and fill out. I'm gonna show you the start of my day, what it looks like. So we'll be there shortly. So we are slowly approaching work. So I did have to park in a parking lot that's across the street from my job, because since they are doing renovation, they're redoing the parking lot, so I have to park elsewhere. Now we're heading over to our work car, which is the one that says kitchen on the back, which I'm pretty sure it's this one. Here it is. And we're gonna drive over and get started. Everything that we have, so inventory our morning, and before we leave we do inventory again just to see what we'll need tomorrow. So I'm putting on hot dogs right now for the day. This is more of a grab and go area, so we have chicken salad, fruit cups, Crustables, we have candy, we have chips, we have homemade house balls, we have beer, we have soda. So I pretty much have my own area that I'm in charge of, not working with the rest of the employees anymore, even though I do